Greetings and welcome to The Contracting Guy. I am The Contracting Guy, and today I want to talk to you about market research. Market research. But before I do that, I want to ask you a little favor. First, if you would like, subscribe, and even share the video, that would be wonderful. And now onto the program. Market research. Now, if you do a Google search and maybe even a YouTube search, you're going to find plenty of videos about market research. A lot of good things in there. So I would suggest that you probably go there and take a look at it. But what I want to do is share with you just my perspective of market research as a former government guy. So as a former government guy, I would look at market research, first off, government perspective, which is we use FAR Part 10, which is market research. In there, there's a number of things that we would list, and I would suggest that you take a look at that. It's the shortest chapter or shortest part in the FAR, maybe 2 pages, maybe, but it's short and there's a lot of good information in there. Oftentimes, it's the most overlooked part of the FAR by far. There's a pun in there, I suppose. Frankly, I wrote an article about market research in the NCMA magazine, Contract Management, for a couple of years ago. So it's still just as accurate today as it was back then. So you have 2 parties in market research. One is those who are seeking a solution somewhere. And that's generally, for the purpose of this discussion, the government people. They're looking for somebody who can do this. Now, it's not just a matter of somebody who could do it, but it also includes, get this, socioeconomic concerns, if that is something they're looking at. That's why a source is sought and set-asides are put in there. So you have that. The second one is if you can, in fact, do it. It might be, in fact, you're looking at innovative work or improved technology. So when you start looking at what the government is looking for, it starts to give you an understanding of where you need to be. So the government is not going to look for you. They're going to look for somebody like you in a sort of a generic understanding of the marketplace. Can the market do this? Can the market do this if it's set aside for a small business? Can the marketplace do this from a technological standpoint? So a technological standpoint. Now that's the government looking outside of the government. Ways that they can figure out this stuff is by reading magazines, doing peer-reviewed literature reviews, looking at looking at your literature that you put out, looking at your website. So a lot of things the government can do to help understand what you're doing. In Better Buying Power, back at 3.0, back a couple of years ago, is that they encouraged engineers to engage with industries so that they may see what's happening. They're really kind of a critical point there. So that's the government looking at you or the industry. In the meantime, you are looking at the government and you're saying, okay, what do they need? Who are they looking for? What kind of solution are they seeking? Can I fit that solution? Do I have the capability, capacity, or technology to be able to do what the government wants? Now, at this point, you don't know the government doesn't know you, but you are now working toward an end. Now, that end would be perhaps submitting a proposal in response to a solicitation and being considered for award. Now, these are the things that you have to do in your market research is to see how you fit in. Now, consider this. If you were, let's say, looking for a job, would you not look at what qualities you bring to the table? What technology or understanding do you have? The proximity to where they work, or where the job is. Would you look at other things related to the specific needs of that organization. You would. Anybody would. If they're a serious job seeker, they're going to look at this stuff and they'll apply scrutiny to it. Well, market research is the applied scrutiny to a particular opportunity. And it's up to you to be able to do that. And you need to be comprehensive in your understanding. This just can't be, well, look at this. I see a solicitation. Let me put something out. No, you need to better understand what you're getting into so that you can compete not only fairly, but you can also compete with a high degree of likelihood that you might even be selected. No guarantee, but you have a higher degree of likelihood of being successful. Big deal. That is a big deal. Now, if you don't do that, you can rest assured that one of your other competitors is out there doing the same thing, but they're getting ahead of you. So if you don't mind, being in second place, do poor market research. Don't put the effort into it. Otherwise, put the effort into it, and this will work out for you. This is the Contracting Guy. I'm out.
Thank you for watching The Contracting Guy. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. We'd appreciate that. This is The Contracting Guy. I'm out.